Hey everybody, we're back for a little mini lesson, a reminder on factoring the sum or difference of two perfect cubes. This is one of those topics that for whatever reason, students don't remember it. Maybe we don't practice it enough in earlier math classes. Finding factoring the difference of two squares, everybody remembers that. Remember this? Like if I asked you to factor x squared minus 64, everybody immediately goes to x minus 8, x plus 8. Simple. We never forget that one. But for whatever reason, we always forget the sum or difference of two cubes. So let's review the formulas. So if you're factoring the difference of two perfect cubes, we'll call it a cubed minus b cubed. This is the formula you use. The quantity a minus b times the quantity a squared plus ab plus b squared. And likewise, if you're doing the sum of two perfect cubes, a cubed plus b cubed, it's pretty much the same thing. The signs just change. It's the quantity of a plus b times the quantity a squared minus ab plus b squared. Back in your earlier math courses where you studied this formula or these formulas, you may have learned some tricks to help you remember. For example, when you start off with a minus, that first parentheses is a minus. And when you start off with a plus, that first parentheses is a plus. And from there, if this is a minus, the next sign is the opposite, a plus. And if you start with a plus, the next sign is the opposite, a minus. So it's like minus, same change, plus, same change. And since we know any number squared is going to be positive, we know that b squared in both of these formulas will be positive b squared. Okay, so let's take a whirl here. Take a look at the practice number 1. It says factor x cubed minus 8. Okay, the reason we can identify this as a difference of two perfect cubes is that I can write it like this: x cubed minus 2 cubed. So that identifies the a and the b, and the rest is history. If you have the formula memorized from up top, number 1, this is going to break down to a minus b, so x minus 2, times a squared, I'm over here now, a squared, so x squared plus a times b. X times 2, I'm going to write as 2x, plus b squared. Well, 2 squared is 4. And so there's the factored version of x cubed minus 8. Let's take a look at number 2. X cubed minus 64. Okay, I can write this as x cubed minus 4 cubed. So there's my a, there's my b. Following the formula above, I would just simply have a minus b times the quantity a squared plus a times b plus b squared, which would be 16. Simple. Take a look at number 3, x cubed plus 27. So now I'm going to use the second formula, the sum of two cubes. I can write it as x cubed plus 3 cubed. So here is my a and my b. So the factored version would simply be a plus b times a squared minus a times b plus b squared, which would be 9. And last but not least, 125x cubed plus y cubed. Well, I could break that down as 5x quantity to the third plus y to the third. So here's my a and here's my b. So using my formula 2 from above, I have a plus b, so 5x plus y. Now I'm ready to take a squared. Be careful here because a is 5x, so we have to take all of that, 5x squared, minus a times b. 5x times y is just 5xy, plus b squared, which would just be y squared. Now I'm going to go one step further because I'm going to go ahead and actually square out my 5x. So my final answer will be 5x plus y times 25x squared minus 5xy plus y squared. So why in the world are we reviewing this? Well, in our next video, we're going to be talking about solving limits analytically by hand using algebra. So this topic comes up sometimes in limits, and I don't want it to stop you in your tracks. I want you to be ready for those limits. So keep an eye out for sum and difference of two perfect cubes.